Two Cents Sports Show.
Yo, it's Mr. House.
Sadness, your boy C. Woods.
And your girl Cheeks.
And this is our 2 Cents. What's up, y'all?
Man, what's happening?
What's up?
Cheeks. How you living?
I'm good.
Woods. How you living?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Let's get it.
It's been a while since we've been here, man. We had some time off. Y'all was sick and stuff, so. Anyway,
Y'all.
man, it don't matter who was sick,
Y'all.
man. It don't matter who was sick. It don't matter who was sick,
We
man.
wasn't sick.
Let's get right into it, man. So, we got some stuff to talk about, man. There's been a couple of incidents with the fans over the last couple of playoff games. With the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks yesterday, Chris Paul got fouled out of the game, and subsequently somehow his mother and his wife were involved in an altercation with one of the Mavericks fans, and apparently the Mavericks fan put hands on both of them, was ejected from the game. Prior to that, Draymond Green in the Warriors against the Grizzlies was elbowed in the face, and the fans were yelling obscenities and booing him while he was, blood was dripping down his face, and he flipped them the bird or whatever. So I thought it was important that we, started talking about the fans and the interactions, because this is not the first time it's come up. We've talked about it on the podcast previously, and it seems like these incidents are escalating. We've had these fans that were upset with the Timberwolves owner, chaining themselves to the goalposts and gluing themselves to the floor, and this has all happened within a span of a few weeks. So I think it's something that we need to talk about fans and interaction with the players and just fans in general, man. So Woods, I'm gonna start with you, bro, man. What were your thoughts? Well, first of all, let's talk about the Draymond Green incident. Mm-hmm. Where the fans booed him after he had could have been a pretty serious injury. He could have been concussed, like he said, or something like that. And he was upset and obviously responded as such. Let's talk about that one first. So talk to me, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that it was low class. It's okay to boo, and like I said, you pay your money and do all that boo. I think you should reserve your crap talking to a minimum, but to see somebody injured and bleeding, like that's some serious stuff right there. So I thought it was kind of classless, and I didn't have a problem with what Draymond said. He flicked him off and he was bleeding. He could have been concussed. He could have been seriously injured, who knows? But I feel like him saying, you know what, find me, I'm cool, I make $25 million a year, is facts. And then he said, I'll make an appearance and get it paid for. I don't have a problem with that. So for him to say, for when they said, oh, Draymond, that wasn't cool, that's bullshit. Sorry, excuse my language.
No, you're good.
I feel like he had the right to say that the minute where he was really injured. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was like just fouled out and nothing like that.
Let me ask you this, Woods. So, do you think it was a product of who he was? For example, and what I'm saying is, Draymond's an instigator. He, every arena he goes into, fans don't like him. Right. And he's that type of player. Do you think that if it was any other player that the fans would have responded the same way, or was it specifically because it was Draymond?
It was because it was Draymond. If it was Steph or Clay, I don't think they get that type of reaction. But Draymond has been kicked out of games. He's known as a dirty player, even though he just plays hard sometimes. Has he done some stuff? I've been like, I don't know. Yeah, he's done some stuff, right? But I don't like how when somebody's actually injured, you cheer it on or nothing like that. It is because he's Draymond. I don't think any other athlete in that arena gets that type of treatment. So that's my opinion. I think it was Draymond.
Cheeks, same thing, man. How do you feel about the whole interaction and the fans responding to basically booing and cheering about him being injured?
I think they do that because he has that Dennis Rodman kind of persona of him. So him getting hurt, they're gonna boo, they're gonna do that because that's what they don't like him just because how he plays the game. Is it right? No, but at the end of the day, I don't know, because I'm different. So if the fans gonna say whatever, because they pay the money, whatever else.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because it's kind of something that we said on one of our previous episodes just recently. Because they pay a certain amount of money, does that give them the right to do whatever or
No.
say whatever? Because that's basically what we're going to end up talking about again in the next segment too. You pay, $800 to go to a playoff game, or $1,000, or $1,500, $2,000 to go to a playoff game. Does that give you the right then to say whatever you want to say, or treat players however you want to treat them?
No. They're gonna have to find a way to control it, and that's gonna be hard to do. So at the end of the day, they're gonna say what they're gonna say.
Like a fan questionnaire when you walk in the door.
They're gonna have somebody walking
you
down
gonna
the aisle.
say
The whole,
this?
yeah. So at the end of the day, they're gonna say what they're gonna say. I think the players should have more control of what they do. So if they flick them off, they flick them off. They shouldn't get fined for it, because
Okay.
at the end of the day, they're probably saying something out of pocket and they don't even know what they're saying to them. They just firing them because they flicking them off or saying something to them. I don't think they should get fined, because if they're allowed to say something, I think the players should be allowed to do whatever they want to do.
So
Except,
just
hit them or something.
turn it into a free-for-all, Wild
Yeah.
West. When you say something, you say whatever you want to say.
I'm sure gonna say something about the player.
What you say, motherfucker? I will fuck you up.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
Man, I think it's crazy. Okay, so first of all, obviously it was because it was Draymond. We're all in agreement there, right? I mean, like you said, if Steph or somebody else goes down like that, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna clap when he gets up and he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But even still, Draymond, yes, he's the antagonist of the Warriors and of other teams or whatever. Does he deserve that though? Does he deserve that treatment? And I think there's a line, and maybe as fans fans don't have lines. They don't, because we've seen fans throw popcorn and sodas and beer bottles at people in all kinds of stadiums, right? Football, baseball. We've seen all kind of crazy stuff. So I think that there needs to be a line for fans. And once you cross that line, you are not allowed to go to any arena anymore. And how that can be.
That's
Like-
gonna be very hard,
How? Why you say that?
because if a person buys a ticket,
You can't buy the ticket.
somebody's gonna buy a ticket for them.
That's the hard part.
Right.
That's all they're gonna
That's
do.
the
If
hard
they
part.
have the money in the cash
Yeah, they're
flow
gonna
to say.
do- Somebody else is gonna buy a ticket.
A person's wife could buy the
Yeah.
tickets or something like that. I don't know how you could regulate that, but I'll tell you this quick little story, man. When I was in high school, I got associated with. I was not with these guys. We were at the mall. I was
That's
not
a lie.
With,
You
I
already
was-
started off the story wrong.
I went to the mall. Hold on. I went to
Message.
I know. I wasn't with him.
Hold on. I went to the mall with my mom and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some guys I knew from school. Went to hang out with them for a little bit. They started yelling stuff across the mall. And as a result, I got kicked out of the mall. I mean, we all got kicked out of the mall. But I didn't say anything. And I wasn't there with them. But I got kicked out of the mall and banned for, 6 months or something like that. I couldn't go to that mall. And I feel like, you could do the same thing with a fan. Like, if you ban that fan, you know what that fan looks like. Put like, I'm sure they put my picture on the wall or something like that. Do that to a fan, man. Put his picture on the wall and be like, hey, this dude can't come in.
With technology, it could
Facial
happen.
recognition.
It could happen.
They don't have all that right now.
Yes, they do.
You
They
can
have
get
it
your
in
tickets through your
casinos.
phones and stuff like that.
If they
though,
have it in
Chief.
casinos, they can do it in arenas.
The person's still gonna get in.
Maybe.
But he can't talk that shit though.
Hey, okay, but look, maybe he will, right? But if something happens again, now he can be prosecuted for it because there was already a ban in place. Now we're talking about something different. No?
Good
Yeah.
point.
All
I
right.
just feel like some of these players need to just man up.
They did.
But like I said, I feel like the players should be able to say something. Like somebody said, I'm like, nigga,
Right.
shut up, nigga, or shut up.
They do that.
Oh, whatever,
Hey, KD be doing that.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up.
Shut up and sit
Yeah.
down in your seat.
Because the thing is, I don't give a damn how much you pay for that ticket. You still got to be respectful. So it's kind of like, just because I paid $4,000 for my ticket and that motherfucker up there paid $300, I don't get to say, hey, motherfucker, your mom's a bitch, and I hope you're saying that's too much. I think it's got to be I think you should be able to say hey, you suck. You gonna miss every shot tonight. That's about it. Once you start talking about people's moms, livelihoods, stuff
Yeah,
like that,
then, yeah.
that's a wrap. And for somebody to be actually injured and you don't know what the extent of injury is.
Hold on. So are you saying that stadiums need like an ear hustler, like a paid ear hustler to go around listening to what people
you know
are
how they
saying?
put them the damn things
And
on
when
there?
they sit on the floor.
Yeah, they sit on the floor,
all
and the
people
refs
sit on
hear
the
that.
floor, especially the people
refs
that sit
hear
on
it.
on the floor. They got people right behind them.
I'm not saying that a
You talking
player
about
should
security
go.
people?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a player, like a ref should hear it or somebody on the floor, a security guard. I don't believe that, like, I'm not jumping on LeBron because I know my homie gonna watch this. I'm not. But going, oh man, this guy right here, I thought that was kind of on some soft shit. But somebody should have heard that already.
It was a lady.
It
first
was
of
a
all.
lady.
Okay, yeah.
Well, somebody got pointed out in the middle of a game when we supposed to be trying to win. But hey, let's
That's
keep
your
it
boy.
going.
That's your team.
Nah, that ain't my boy.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. All right, so let's move on to the Chris Paul incident. He fouled out of the game, which has no relevance on this next part. But his mom and his wife were both either pushed or touched by a Dallas Mavericks fan. And Cheeks, I'm gonna start with you on this. So Chris Paul, was verbally heard saying, "I'm gonna see you later," which can constitute a threat or something like. I don't know how they took that, but basically, he tweeted out that the fans can, do whatever they want to, and the players can't even really say anything back to the fans. Fuck that. So, what are your thoughts on that interaction right there?
He makes way too much money not to have a security guard by his wife and his mom. Because at the end of the day, when he leaves or comes in the arena, he has a bodyguard. They have bodyguards behind the bench. So once you're playing, that bodyguard should go from there to your parents. There's no way that your wife and your mom are sitting in the stands with no security guard around them. That was just dumb.
Okay, but then at that point, do you have to get the security guard a ticket to sit next to them, or?
They come in with the team. They come in with him.
I know, but then you have to figure out the seating situation.
Or he'll sit right behind them. They sit right on the floor.
Yeah, but they were like 3 rows up though.
Oh, he can stand or sit right behind the bench. Look, it's a way. Or you hire somebody in your family.
So you want him to not watch the game? You want him to turn around and watch the family?
Or he can sit next to him or sit. I mean, at the end of the day, you make too much money to have your wife and your mom. That everybody knows that's your wife. Really, now the mom no, but everybody knows that's your wife. Anybody can come up to her. So at the end of the day, you need to have security around her. It's just like your kids or somebody else going to a game.
Okay, I hear you, but why should it have to come to that?
You're a celebrity. She's not a celebrity, but you are. She's attached to you. You're trying to protect people. Protect your family. I'm just not gonna come to a game. Okay, you're gonna sit in the front row. Anybody can come past her and touch her all day long. That's why you have. That's why when LeBron goes to the high school games, his security guard is right behind him.
Yeah.
That's a high school game.
Yeah.
So if he has somebody at a high school game, they need to have somebody at an NBA game.
Okay.
You might not know that's his security guard because he's in the sweats and some. You may not know, but get close to him and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, same question, man. What are your thoughts on this interaction? How it went down?
Cheeks, I kind of agree with you, but then I kind of don't, because I feel like he probably did have his security guard there, and his security guard was probably close enough that if something was to happen, he's able to see it. So are you saying that he maybe needs 2?
He wasn't that close because there was too
family?
many people around her at the time when the little kid was up and talking.
Okay, I think personally he probably has enough security. You would think that.
For him.
Yeah, for him, right? Bron might be a little different. Other celebrities might be a little different, but I feel like with what would happen, I think that he shouldn't have probably said nothing, because I'm the type of person. This is just me. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just go up to the stands and probably 2-piece you. Now, I did hear the young dude was 14. Is that what?
I don't care how.
Allegedly,
he could have been 10.
14 years old, right? And I said it in the chat today. I'm like, listen, my payroll would have had to just been a little bigger that day, because I'm finding somebody at Dallas Lincoln High School or whatever high school this young man is at, and he's getting his ass whooped. That's just how simple it is. Or if I could have had a chance to get at him, maybe not me, but maybe somebody else. You know what I mean? But
I just think
that's the way I'm trying to roll.
I think that was just all show. You know how, like, you like that kid in school and you know you can't fight and everybody holding you back like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
So you think
you
that was
really can't
CP3?
fight, but he just had to say
That's
something
it.
because his wife was there.
So you think CP3 was just like, hey, I'm
'Cause I think any
I'ma
other
fuck you
person
up.
would have jumped over them chairs
Malice in the Palace?
and would have did something. Now,
Yeah, I hear that too.
Let
I
me-
hear that.
let me get you.
I think I honestly, like I said, it depends. Especially if we lose, I'm probably really pissed.
no, he was already out of the game.
Yeah, he was already out the game. So I think that I don't think I would have said, I'm gonna see you later to anybody. I probably would have just made a move on him. If I couldn't,
Yeah.
then I'll have somebody else make a move on him
Yeah,
right
man,
then and there.
for me, there's no question. I mean, you touch my mom, you touch my wife, we have an issue. We're gonna settle it right now.
On
You know what
Mother's
I'm saying?
Day.
On Mother's
On
Day.
Mother's Day.
I don't care what day it is. I don't give a fuck what day it is.
Goddamn Hanukkah.
I don't give a fuck what day it is. Okay. You touch my mom, you touch my wife. We having an issue, bro. Right now.
Yep.
And I feel like he should have addressed it as such. Nobody would, if it went to trial, nobody would have said anything because he would have been justified in his action. It's an emotional response to something that he heard had happened or saw that happen. And that would have been it, man. However he handled that. The NBA, I think at the end of the day, what this comes down to is the NBA has got to do a better job of protecting these players' families. And that's bottom line. I don't care what the issue is. Cheeks, you said personal security. How about let's make it an NBA issue instead of just you having to have your personal security watch your family the whole time? How about the NBA has to take care of that? We're allowing all these fans to come in and watch these games. We have to make sure that these players' families are protected. The players are the product. Their families are a part of the product. We have to make sure these people are protected. And if we can't do that, we cannot hold these players responsible for the emotional responses that they have to these types of incidents, man. Ron Artest, man, let's take it back, right? Like he's chilling. Obviously, he had just gotten to a heated situation. A fan throws a cup at him and hits him in the chest or whatever. We already know Ron Artest is crazy, so what you think he gonna do? He gonna get up and go fire on somebody?
he got there quick.
Hey,
He did.
that's how CP should have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
yesterday. Obviously, Ron Artest picked the wrong dude. He walked right past the right dude and picked the wrong dude. But that's neither here nor there, man. The bottom line is they need to protect these players and protect their families better if we're going to allow fans to be in there. Otherwise, we're going to have to go back to a bubble situation where there's no fans, man. And that shit was terrible, obviously. And it changed the outcome of these games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're seeing teams win that maybe wouldn't have won.
And it's boring.
It's boring. You're right. So, I don't know, Chiefs. What do you think about that? The NBA taking more of a part in that.
I don't know, because I don't think it's an NBA responsibility. I think if I
It's not the NBA's responsibility to protect the player's family.
I mean, the players, yes, but if my wife and my kids are coming and
They're free game.
no, I'm not saying that, but
Fuck
if
them.
my security if my security's with
Fuck them
me,
kids.
then once I'm on the bench and everything else, you need to take care of my family. Don't worry about me.
So yes, they need to, or no, they don't.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Sit in a section together, and that's the only way they're gonna do, or sit in
they
a
can have
box.
those same people that you're talking about. They could be there specifically protecting those interactions with
The
fans.
easiest way with them is just put them in a box. All the basketball wives just sit in a box.
Well, that's where I was
that
going.
could be a part of it too.
That's where I was going.
That could be a
Nobody
part
wants
of
to
it
sit.
too.
They want to sit in the front row, you know, and be all cute and be like.
Right. Well, I was going there. What I was going to say was section off, every arena should section off a seating for the family.
It didn't used to always be like that, but there were there are roles for players' wives, girlfriends, things
Right.
like that, which is like usually the first 3-4 rows of the
Why
thing.
can't they put security on, it shouldn't be the player's responsibility, NBA should say, we're going to put 2 security guards, one on each side of the section that the families are sitting on. I think that they could do it.
and that's what we're saying. But does that resolve the issue? What if they're in the middle of the row and they start getting into the same thing? Are they going to have enough response time to prevent Chris Paul's mom and Chris Paul's wife from getting pushed by a random kid?
No, I'm saying that's why I said section the seating off.
Oh, so that no fans
No
can
fans
even.
can sit in those
Okay.
rows 2, 3, 4. Now the fans who have the big time money who can sit in the front row, they could be just like right there.
So you're saying take revenue from from the
The
teams.
NBA got enough money to do whatever the hell they want to do. We think we know that.
I'm just saying, we don't know how owners would like that.
Yeah, well, owners are shady. We all know that. But yeah, I think that the NBA should do that. Put security, and then.
Well, if you
could
section
sit-
it off like that, you don't really need security, unless in between the whatever row and the next
And I
row.
may not like your wife. I may not like
Hey,
most
well,
wives.
that's
I may not
hey,
want to sit
well,
with
we
y'all.
already know. how to-
What if the wife start
Yeah.
fighting?
I mean, yeah, you know,
What if-
Doug
what if you
Christie
bring a wife
situation
and a
going on.
girlfriend?
I may not like y'all.
I got my mistress and my wife fighting.
I'm
What
like,
the hell?
I'm
I
sitting
got a
on the floor.
girlfriend. I got a
I'm-
wife on the side.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, interesting, man. We'll talk about that more
They probably
later,
got
man.
their
You guys
wives
can
and they side piece. They all can't sit in the same section, you know.
right. You got to
well.
side piece got to get in the 200
Yeah.
or the preview
Yeah.
section.
Later.
All right, man. Well, you guys can let us know your thoughts on that, man. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We got to talk about this Warriors-Memphis Grizzlies series. As a matter of fact, they're getting ready to play here in a couple minutes. But game one, Draymond Green swiped down, hit Brandon Clark in the face, and grabbed his jersey. Tried to hold him, as he was falling or whatever. But the end result was he got ejected from the game, flagrant 2. And then the next game, the Warriors won the first game. The next game, Grizzlies came out. They wanted to make a statement. They wanted to be more physical with the Warriors. And, within the first 3 minutes of the game, Dylan Brooks clobbers Gary Payton on the head. Chief said it wasn't a foul or whatever you said. We'll get into that. But he hit him in the head after he had already jumped in the air, hit him in the head. He landed on his arm. Looked like he might have dislocated it or something. I don't know. But he's out for 3 to 5 weeks. Game 3, John Morant had a couple of incidents where he was bumping into people, but towards the end of the game, Warriors up over 20 points, and they were trying to trap him and take the ball away from him. And Jordan Poole was reaching and hit him a couple times and pulled his knee, pushed his body, pulled his knee, and reportedly an injury came out of that. And he's now not available for the game tonight. Woods, I'm going to start with you on this one, bro. What are your thoughts on this on these situations, man, as it pertains to each incident? And are they par for the course, or do you think one is overboard? What are your thoughts on these 3 incidents?
Dylan Brooks hit the hell out of GP. Is he 2 or 3?
2.
I don't even know. GP2. He hit the hell out of him. And I think that hitting him in the head and the way he landed, do we blame Dylan Brooks for the way he landed? I don't know. But he did fracture his wrist, I believe. That was kind of dirty.
Elbow.
Dylan Brooks was,
Elbow.
Dylan Brooks is out. I always believe that if you
Suspended for game 3.
4 or 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay, so here's what, and I told you guys this before. I've always believed that if you hurt somebody, you should be out until they come back. I've always felt that way.
What?
Yes. If Dylan Brooks caused him to miss the rest of the season, Dylan Brooks' ass should be out too. I always believe that.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, say that again.
Okay, if you hurt.
Say that. Look at the camera and
Look
say
at the
that.
camera. Look at me. If you foul somebody and they end up hurting themselves, right? Or you're the cause of their injury and they miss the whole series, you should be out the whole series too.
What?
Yes.
What
Yes.
kind of sport
NBA,
is
if you're
this?
listening, anybody in the NBA listening,
Wait.
let's make it happen.
Don't
Wait, are
listen to him
are
on
you
this.
saying intentional foul or
Intentionally.
or any foul?
Intentionally.
Any foul.
Intentionally.
Okay, what if you swipe down trying to do a hard playoff foul and his arm breaks?
If you get kicked out the game,
No, you just swiping down and his
if
arm
it's a
breaks.
flagrant 1, I understand. If you get kicked out for a flagrant 2 and he misses the rest of the series, your ass should be out too.
So
that's what I truly
so
believe.
So it's like you got to meet the criteria.
Yeah, eye for an eye.
To be suspended.
Now, for this Ja Morant thing that I just looked it up today, I didn't see the injury. I didn't see how he could do it unless he pulled his meniscus somehow. I don't know. I was just kind of like, that was weak to me. And I know the Grizzly fans, if we even have any watching, might be mad at me, but I didn't see the Ja Morant.
Are there any Grizzly fans?
I don't know. It seemed like Ja might have been hurt before all that, and then I don't know. I didn't see the pulling having anything to do with the injury, but I'm not a doctor. I only work here.
Cheeks, the floor is yours. Let's hear this.
First of all, Draymond is gonna be Draymond. He's like the new Detroit Pistons. player. So him doing that and trying to help him up, that was just all for fake. Brooks, that foul was not hard. Like, he fouled him hard, but not to be suspended for the next game. He landed, yes, wrong. Yes, he hurt his elbow the way he landed, but it wasn't like
So you don't think he
Kurt
should?
talking about the code. You played back in the days when Detroit Pistons was knocking people out. Like, come on now. And now you talking about, let's just pass the code. If you
But I
don't
mean,
sit yourself,
basketball's different now, Chief.
it don't matter. It was a hard foul.
So,
Y'all gonna kick him out of the game because he fouled him. He landed wrong. Come on.
Okay, but Cheeks. Okay.
I'm not
Okay,
about to be like,
I'm gonna let you finish.
Coach,
I'm gonna let you finish, but I have a question. Have you ever been undercut or seen somebody get
Yeah, I
undercut
have.
before? How is this different from an undercut?
Me personally, I'm gonna get up and it's gonna make me play harder. Like, okay, you
Not with
fouled
your
me.
elbow dislocated.
It's different. I'm not gonna be over there like, coach.
You're gonna be looking like the dude who jumped Chappelle.
Right.
Coach, my elbow. Come on now.
Going that way.
It's just, I'm a different player, so I don't know.
So-
that was no code. He broke the code, and come on, Kurt. Like, it's a hard foul. He got suspended.
Okay, Cheeks. Is
It wasn't all that.
undercutting breaking the code?
It all depends. Like, some people may do it on accident. Like, they just fall.
Okay. But if you're trying to foul somebody and you know they're in the air and you
But he
and
didn't.
you go and you
He
go
was
and
side
you-
by side with him and just
No.
fouled
No,
him
he
hard.
wasn't.
Shit.
He
Where
came
he
from
go?
behind,
He
Cheeks.
He
like
wasn't
this.
behind.
He bopped him in the head
He
like
was
a
side by
dope.
side.
He dope beamed him pretty much.
He jumped later and just that other arm just
He
swung and
dope
hit him.
beamed him.
Cheeks,
Cheeks
he
in the
wound
air.
up and hit him in the head from behind.
We're not talking about you, because you talking about players that need to be suspended until they get back. So
That's right. That's right.
like that little kid,
Cheeks
you
don't
can't
even
come
wanna
back
talk-
to school until
He can't come back to school to the other kids.
until Jimmy comes back. You can't come back to school, okay?
He can't do it.
Like, come on now. He
can't come back to school.
So if he's out for a year, he gotta sit out for a year and not get paid because he fouled him hard. Come on now.
He
I was
dope
like-
beamed him, Cheeks.
No,
You
he
can't
didn't.
do
He
that.
fouled him a little hard, and the boy fell down wrong. It's okay. It's
Okay.
a part of basketball.
All right. Cheeks, I agree with you that he fell wrong. Like, you're supposed to try to fall on your body as much as possible and not try to break your fall. Neither here nor there, Cheeks. He got,
I would have gave him a flagrant foul. That would have been it. Not,
Flagrant
not,
one.
Not suspended for a whole game.
wait,
like,
would you be flagrant 1 or flagrant 2? Let's just.
one. They would have went down, shot some free throws, and
serious.
it was only a big deal because Kurt went to the press conference.
No,
like,
it was a big deal during the. Okay, you know what? I'm glad you said that though, because
he went to the press conference trying to be all. It was past the code,
he
the
took up for
basketball
his
code.
player.
Like, come on
He took up for his
now.
player. Here's my issue. I thought it was a terrible. From the moment I saw it, I was like, oh shit, and I stood up. Like, I'm like, okay, about to be active. Not one Warrior player
Because
went
they
over there.
soft. The whole team is soft. That's why he was talking about.
But
past the
wasn't
code.
Draymond in the game though?
Draymond's not the old,
All right, so.
he probably gonna get kicked
to
out
me-
for 10 games.
to
He
me,
get another fight.
I don't know, man. I feel like the players should have, number one, like came over and started some static. But number two, Chiefs, that was a wind-up hit to the head.
First, he did wind up, but
Wind-up hit to the head, Chiefs.
This arm was just late and hit him. It was a hard foul.
He was
It
in the air though. I don't
To the
understand.
head, Cheeks, to the head.
Dope beam to the head, in the air.
He just hit him in the wrong place. He
In
was
the
trying.
air,
He was
in the
actually-
air to the head. In the air to the head.
It's
Back
not.
to the left. He JFK'd his ass. Bah.
Not to be fragrant one. I would
JFK?
go. Yeah, when he said back into the right.
left. You know what I'm
Back
saying? He
into
didn't
the-
see it. He didn't see it.
But yeah, I mean,
Flagrant 1. Wow.
I wouldn't suspend him for a game. This is playoff. We gonna battle this out.
I hear that. I hear
Now
that.
I'm not gonna suspend you because he got a hard foul and he's injured.
Okay,
got you.
I don't even. Okay, flagrant 2 though, kicked out the game.
Okay, that's fine.
No suspension.
No, I wouldn't suspend him for the next game. No.
Yeah, I mean, I was cool either way. I didn't know that they were going to suspend him, and when they said that they were, I was like, all right, I could see that. I didn't think it when it happened. I just, sometimes they just do flagrant 2 and that's it. I didn't know that they were going to suspend him, and I was okay either way. But Cheeks, you got to say that was like a really hard foul. But let's get to
He
the real.
fouled him hard. That's it.
And it was unnecessary and uncalled for. Now let's get to the real thing, which is the Jordan Poole thing. You didn't address it, but
And that wasn't a hard foul. He just pulled his little knee back, his little leg back, hyperextend his knee, and he's out. It's okay. Yeah, these NBA players are so
Cheeks
soft.
is like a 1962
because
mom.
y'all soft. Like,
She
come
like
on
that
now.
grandma that whooped everybody ass in the neighborhood.
out and put
He
it back
just
in.
tapped
That's
his
it.
knee in now.
the little boy knee
He
back.
walked to the bench, sat down, was mad. Like, come on,
She
like,
that Southern
and
mother
that's
from
my
the
boy.
60s.
But come on now, I'm not about to sit out.
You that old Louisiana mom, huh? Like, he ain't do nothing to that boy, but
I would
pull
have
his
like, boy,
leg
get
back.
your butt and get your butt back in that game. That's exactly what I would have told y'all. Get back in there. You all right? You walked to the bench, right? You was okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, he couldn't walk no more after that. He was like,
Tomorrow, the next game he play, he gonna be jumping out the gym. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
well, number one, he needs to stop that because, I mean,
No, he don't. He posterizing everybody in the NBA.
I know, but how long can he do that for?
until he can't.
So, dude, they're making a big thing out of that. John Moran said broke the code, talking about what
See?
Jordan Poole did. And the whole team was basically alluding to the fact that Jordan Poole broke the code. I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw the little Poole or whatever, but I just saw him, you know, trying to play physical and get the ball from somebody, and it was a foul, and that was it. I didn't see anything more than. Cheeks, it's not the same
I
thing,
didn't say
dude.
that. I
You
said
giving me the.
he just pulled his knee back. I just said that. The second one wasn't. I mean, you know, these people are nowadays are just soft. So I'm talking to the wrong people, especially Woods. But
Was it soft?
wait till his daughter start playing. He gonna be like,
Oh man, listen, I don't even go there yet, man.
Woods gonna be the first.
yeah,
Somebody
his
fouled
daughter
my-
gonna be
hey.
the first one foul. Somebody hella hard.
They did
Hey.
drills last Tuesday. Somebody, I was like,
See, look.
I
He
looked
gonna
at
be the
parent
first dad
like,
on the floor, on the court.
yeah, I'm that. Yeah,
Tackling
unfortunately,
little kids.
they did drills the other day, on last Tuesday, and this kid just fouled the shit out of her. I was like, I looked
It's
at the parent like,
part of the
what
game. God.
Yeah,
He gonna be
remember,
the first one out there. Dave
gotta be
Chappelle
chill,
and
I gotta
little
be
kids.
chill.
man.
Gotta
Gotta
get
be
it
chill.
tough.
I gotta be chill. Gotta be chill.
But yeah, man, I didn't see much from that, and the Grizzlies are trying to make that into a dirty play, and they were trying to fight for Jordan Poole to get suspended, obviously because they lost by 30 points last game. I didn't see much. I don't think it was much. I actually think that he got injured earlier in the game when he bumped into Klay Thompson running out trying to close out on the three-pointer, and he threw his knee up and hit Klay, like, I don't know, in this section right here, in like the hip section. And I think that's really where the injury occurred, and they're just trying to mask it by saying that Poole did whatever. But it wasn't anything, man. It was just regular whatever. Cheeks, I could push you and pull your knee at the same time right now, and nothing would happen
No,
to you.
I'm gonna fall out.
Let's try it right now.
I'm gonna fall out like you hurt my knee.
I don't know if our
It was
insurance,
like
we got
this.
insurance over here.
Have you ever had somebody push you and your knee go the opposite direction?
I've never no wait.
Or been in a game
I have
and you-
never
and
seen
you-
that.
and your knee go-
I've never seen that motion ever in my life where you pushing somebody one
Oh,
way
that
and
hurts.
pulling their knee another. I've never seen that
Oh,
motion.
that
ever.
hurts.
Yeah, let's try.
Yeah.
As soon as we done, we're gonna try it out. I'll let y'all know how it
it
goes.
hurts. This whole knee probably popped and tightened.
Go ahead, Chief. But talk about that. You didn't get to talk about that.
I mean, it was a foul. That's about it. It's not no cheat code or code. He broke the code. All these codes. Where's the code at in the NBA book? That's what I want to know.
Too many codes?
It's a part of basketball. Like, they made these players soft nowadays.
Yeah.
So the end result is the NBA needs to be more old school. Is that what you guys? Is that what you're?
I mean, it's just like football. Like, football changed too. Football used to clothesline people on the field. Now you can barely tackle them
but
now.
if you look at Ja Morant's reaction, right, it looked like it was a real it's over. You know, like
Cause he mad, he can't play.
Yeah, but he made it seem like it's like a season-ending injury.
It could be. You never know.
But it
He-
wasn't
he's
that.
about
I don't
this
think it was
big
that
anyway.
pull. I don't think it was Poole's pull. I don't think it was Poole's pull.
Oh, they did call him Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I think it was something. It might have been what House said. It might have been that something he did.
He only
earlier.
105 pounds. His little legs probably did hurt.
Yeah, but they all 105 pounds.
No, but he's little. He like Iverson little.
Man,
I don't know, man. Y'all tell us what y'all thoughts are on that. Was that a dirty play?
Should
Was
they
it
sit
not?
out until Ja comes back?
Should Jordan Poole have to sit out until Ja comes back since he injured him? Was that one of your plays right there?
Nah, because I don't think that was a foul.
But he injured him.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Allegedly.
No.
But he's hurt.
No,
He's
the
out.
wind. No. I'm not going for
But
that.
he's
The
out.
wind up dope fiend. The dope fiend gotta go.
He's out. He's out for
Who?
the next game. Ja.
It wasn't
So,
because it's
Poole
something he,
should
like
sit
I
out.
said, because he probably
Hey, can we? Who won the Celtics game?
Boston.
Boston won.
116 to 108.
So what is it? 2-2 now with them?
Yeah,
2-2.
2-2.
Cheeks.
Jessica.
Sorry, Jessica. It's been 3 weeks, Cheeks. I know you have a shout out this time. I know you do.
Kendrick did a dope video with that just came out yesterday. I think you guys should cop and see that. It's really a great message.
Woods.
Yeah, man, same thing. Shout out to Kendrick. I'm gonna give a shout out to Pusha T too. Pusha T got a
Ooh,
solid
yeah.
album.
His-
He got a solid album.
album's
It's
hard,
Almost
too.
Dry. That's the name of it. If you ain't listening to it, go listen to it. And
You
then
still
listen
on
to Kendrick
Coco
when Kendrick
Melon?
come out. What?
Coco Melon.
Hey, hold on. Don't trip on Coco Melon though, man. That's
Hey, she know more of the
She
songs
know-
than we do.
That's what y'all
I ain't
listen
even- I
to.
ain't
See,
even
That's
messing with her.
what happened when you had
Y'all
kids.
don't have no friends to shout out? Y'all just want to shout out celebrities?
Shout out to my boy BDH, man, with the crypto work and the Ethereum work. House know about it. Shout out to BDH and American Solar Advantage. My boy doing his thing. Check him out.
There you go, man. My shout out, man, is the brothers, man. Woods, Bo, Chris, Bobby, Bats and Bobby. Without y'all brothers, man, this wouldn't be possible. So it is what it is. Shout out to Playmaker.
Yes, sir.
Playmaker. Hey man, well that's a wrap, man. You about to spill some Monster Energy on the floor, man. But I'm House.
Let's not get together. But
Playmaker.
That's Woods. That's Cheeks. And we out, y'all.
Hey.